Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm just gonna kind of play with some new products. I filmed this video once and I didn't have the camera focused correctly, so it wasn't going to work out all that well for me. So we're gonna refilm it. So this is kind of a second impressions on some things. I'm really excited to dive into the Nabla Wild Berry Cutie palette again. This is something I just recently picked up. So yeah, if you're interested to see what kind of looks we create, then just keep on watching. You guys will have to let me know how you feel about these brows. I'm kind of digging them. I decided I wanted to go like ultra fluffy today, so I don't know. That's what we're looking at. I am gonna prime my eyes real quick with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eye Primer. This is the best eye primer that I've ever found to stop my lids from creasing. I have some concealer like carving at my brows, but as long as it's not in like the creasy areas, I don't find that it causes much disruption, I guess, with that. I like to have a little bit of coverage just because I think it looks so cool with like a blanked out canvas, but I don't have any like veins to cover or anything, so it's not a necessary step. It's just one that I kind of like sometimes, and I don't do it all the time either. Like I never spend time on my brows, but I'm kind of feeling like I need a change, like an identity change or something. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like with the new hair and just life is weird, so I just want some, I want to be different, you know? Also, just side note, I have this iced coffee. If you like caramel frappes, you will love this. Like the McDonald's caramel frappes, I craved those night and day when I was pregnant. And this is the International Delight Caramel Macchiato iced coffee. You just get it in like those cardboard jug things. Oh, divine. I'll go through like one of these a week. They're so good. Anyway, let's actually get into this. I'm going to start out with a small-ish fluffy brush. I'm going to go into the shade Blackberry, which is the deepest shade in here. I might end up smoking things out more with black. We'll just kind of see. I just, you know, I like my smoky, depthy outer corner moments. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but we'll see what happens. So what have you guys been doing lately? I feel like it's been just, you know, a year. It's been quite the year. I don't know, for me it's actually been kind of a good year, like better than previous years, I guess. I know that's different for everybody. Like a lot of people have been unemployed because of the pandemic and things like that. I am fortunate enough to not be one of those people, but I feel like I'm coming to terms in a sense with like, I don't know, my identity a little more. I just feel a little more like myself. I'm gonna go into the shade Venom now. It's a nice little cranberry moment. And blend that out. Oh, this is a pretty shade. Yup, yup, yup. I might actually not need a black. Like this is pretty deep. I love that. Like I love, I can't stand when smaller palettes like, for example, the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes, not all of them, but like the Cream and Sugar, obviously they have so much variety, so it's not like this is the case with all of them, but I hate when small palettes only have like really light shades. It just pisses me off to no end because A, I like a deep smoky outer corner moment, but B, people have darker skin than fair, and they're not going to be able to work with shadows that are, you know, bone colored or light tan. So it's just frustrating. Like the industry is doing a lot better, I feel like, with inclusivity, but I don't know when other brands will learn. So take notes, everybody who's not Nabla. Into Alchemy 2.0, this shade right here. It has a lot more dimension than what you can see on camera. It kind of looks like Nutty from the Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow palette, but it's a little different than that. But it's a similar thing where it's like a blue and a pink flip with some like iridescence to it. Oh, stunning. And based on my impressions my first impressions on this, these shimmers are really nice, but they are like a thinner formula, so a glitter glue is kind of necessary to help them adhere a little better and show their full impact, because they are just very thin. I don't really know how else to explain that. But, oh yes. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, ma'am. I am all for that. You know, I had a whole look in mind and then I forgot it the second I sat down to film, and this is not what I wanted to do, but I like it. I'm just adding a little more of that blackberry shade to mesh the two together, and then I'm gonna take Bucolic Baby, this slightly deeper shimmer up here, and add that right in the center, kind of blending into the blackberry color. And a little more spice. And now that I've covered the blackberry color again, I'm gonna continue to blend that out. Cool. I figured might as well test this out. Kaja sent us a PR package, so we got this Wink stamp eyeliner pen thing. This wing, not wink, wing stamp. So let's see what this is all about. This seems kind of stupid to me, honestly. No offense, Kaja. Let me stamp it on my hand real quick and see. Okay, that is just absolutely horrifying. God, how do I stamp this? I'm assuming like that. I mean, sure, if you want the world's tiniest wing, but the bigger side scares me. Okay, I'm gonna try the bigger side now. You can't see that on camera at all, but this is just terrifying. Like, how do I do this? I'm assuming the fat side goes. Maybe it goes. No. Did it work? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Let me see how, maybe I'll like this just as a guide, because I really, like, I suck at winged liner. I really do. So let's try here. This is just my NYX liquid liner. Let me see how this works. Maybe we'll keep it as a baby wing, you know, really spice it up. I don't normally do anything small like that. Alright, I think that worked. I mean, that is an itty bitty baby wing, but I guess that worked. I don't really know if I would recommend you buy something like that, but it's a fun concept, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and catch the other eye up to speed, and we'll be back and we'll play with some face products. It turns out I'm actually really stupid, so both of these sides are the same size. One of them is just meant for your left eye and one of them is meant for the right. So that makes a lot more sense. This eye went much more smoothly. I don't know yet if I love it by any stretch, but it actually was fairly easy to achieve the wing. I cleaned up my shadow, but the wing itself was really easy actually. So obviously just for a baby wing, like I don't have a ton of eyeliner on, but yeah, I'm actually kind of like it. So we'll see. I probably wouldn't buy this on my own though. So if you're someone who struggles with liner, then maybe you could consider picking this up, but I don't know that I'm completely sold on it or think it's like worth buying this kind of product rather than just practicing with a regular cheap old liner, you know? All right, got my sponge, no problem. So I'm gonna use this little LA Girl Pro Concealer in Cool Pink Corrector, something like that, light pink corrector. It's their lightest pink corrector shade. And I'm gonna put that under my eyeballs. I really like this. It's a very thin formula, but it's my favorite like alternative to the Becca under eye corrector that I've found. So that is exciting. I normally let that sit for a moment or two. I've been, I don't know if we've probably mentioned it on here a few times. We are like absolutely obsessed with Hamilton, the musical. Once they released it on Disney Plus, we watched it, and at first we didn't like get into it too much. Like we watched the first half, I think, on my laptop while I was working, and I think it was just too distracting and wasn't loud enough. But then we ended up watching it fully one day, and now we've seen it like a billion times. Like it's the only thing I care about. And I'm just gonna use my typical Kokie Be Bright concealer. While that's sitting on my skin, I'm gonna make a little concoction, if you will. So I'm gonna mix NYX Born to Glow with Natasha Denona Foundation X and some of these AOA highlighter drops, so I can have a medium coverage, luxurious, dewy, glowy, glossy face. I'll just wipe what's on my finger on my face and blend out that concealer real quick. I might have mixed way too much foundation. That always happens when I make foundation concoctions. the foundation just, there's too much. I just have to wipe off like half of it. Oh, but damn, does that not look really good? That's a good concoction. I think I'm gonna pan out my next Born to Glow next. So that's exciting. I don't know if you can tell, on my nose I have this little like scabby thing, so the foundation is just not gonna sit well over it. I had this zit, and I've been trying not to pick, you know, new year, new me. Not even a new year, but I want to be a new me, so I was like, I'm not gonna pick. You know, I pretty much stopped biting my nails. Like, I want to change all my bad habits and make good ones instead, like with my diet and exercise and my health and my parenting and everything that I do. Like, I want, you know, everything to be well, but picking at my face is just something that I struggle to stop with. I just had like the tiniest little bump on my nose, and I literally used my fingernail and I scraped it off. And now there's a scab, and the scabs are even worse. Like, I can't, if there is something crusty on me, I have to touch it like all the time. It is such a problem. And I know it's not good for your skin, but listen, I'm taking this one day at a time, okay? And I just picked it, so it's all like pussy. So there's that. But this foundation looks really nice. Salt New York. Yeah, I'm on the contour this morning. I did my makeup earlier too. But then my hair, this haircut, I love a heavy side part. Like with this haircut, it was like I was living my emo fantasy. But because I still have my bangs, sort of, it was getting too like frizzy up there. So I kept trying to correct my hair, and it always just looked worse. So there was that. I was trying to film a TikTok, like a thirst trap TikTok kind of, like with makeup, like a makeup transformation one. I love TikTok, but like I hate making TikToks. It's just like the bane of my existence. They're stupid. This is the medium contour shade, FYI. Medium bronze plus sculpt, I think is the technical name. If you want to purchase from Salt New York, we do have an affiliate code with them. It's Twintorials 30. You will save 30% off of bundles. That would be 4 or more. If you plan to purchase from them, I saw someone doing out the Hourglass Illum Sheer Trio with these, since they just re-released that, and everybody that has ever loved Samantha Ravindall has been wanting those, or has been wanting that Illum Sheer Trio, and they released it in one shade again. Like, we thought after all this time they might expand, but no, because it's Hourglass and they hate people. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the contour shade next. So that's annoying. We're gonna do next year, or either this year or next year, we're gonna start another project pan, but it's gonna be project inclusive, and we're gonna start trying a little harder to not buy from brands without checking out the ranges first, or buy from brands after checking out the ranges, basically, so that we can, you know, make sure that we are voting with our dollar, if you will, and paying attention to the things that may not harm us but are negatively impacting other people. It's just not, it's not fair. I don't care if I'm not expecting Fenty ranges from everybody, honestly. Like, even the new Cosmetics Cushion Foundation, I think, has just a few shades. Like, I think it's 6 or 8, something like that. But the range is perfect. Like, it goes from light to very dark. Like, if you're gonna come out with a few shades, at least make it a range. I am gonna take a little bit of this blush in here as well. What shade are you? This is Peach. Down here, just on that same brush. I don't use these blushes very often. I don't know why. I just always end up going for the bronzer. But damn, are they pretty. Oh yeah, I gotta use that more. Holy moly. We've grown like tight with Kiki, who is the founder of Salt New York. Rachel and her bonded over their love for the Vampire Diaries. I'll link her channel if you haven't seen her. She is just, wow, what a human. She is so fun. I love that woman. Anyway, wow, that is such like a, this seems like a first impressions on this blush. I've used it before, like multiple times, but oh my god, it's so fresh. Like, it's just, wow, that really did something for me. Ah, I love that. I'm gonna pull that out more for sure. I've been focusing on the same blush because I'm panning it. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of that. No. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I tried this earlier. We got this, we got a bunch of stuff from AOA Studio. If you haven't seen the video, I'll link it above. But this is the velour eyeshadow in Express. And I thought I would love it as an eyeshadow because it's very moussey, but it doesn't have enough sparkle for me as an eyeshadow, but it has a gorgeous glow to it. So I think it would be beautiful as a blush, and I used it earlier and I did really like it. I used it with a sponge earlier, but I'm gonna try it with a brush today and see if that, yeah, look at that. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know if they have like deeper rosy tones. I know they have multiple shades in this shadow. I don't know if they're all like blushy ones, but if you're around my skin tone, you might really like this. If you're deeper, you might just like it as like a cream highlight. Oh, that is just stunning. This is the BH Cosmetics Belgium Waffle palette. This is something we will have to pan out because this is the only shade. So that sucks. I'm gonna kind of mix all three of them. I wish they had a better range in their other products. Like they have awesome blush ranges, and even their single bronzer has a better range than these, but they're gorgeous, gorgeous formula. They sit like so well on the skin. They're like youthful powders. It reminds me a little bit of the formula of the mattes in the Dior Backstage Contour palette. It's not a dupe by any stretch, but it gives me the same kind of vibes. Because I'm a menace, I'm gonna add Growth Flirt from ColourPop because I'm panning it and it's never ending, and I like a lot of blush, so I can't be stopped. But you know what, if I take a picture and put this on Instagram, I'm just going to say that I use the Salt New York blush because I can't be bothered, dude. I absolutely cannot be bothered to list the 9 blushes that I use on a daily basis. It's just not gonna happen, folks. Recently, the BH Cosmetics Frosé highlight palette. When I tell you, so this one up here, Slushy, is a dupe for What a Brat from Fenty. So I'm really thrilled about that. The only one that's weird that I won't be able to wear on my cheeks is Cheers right here because it's like dead ass silver. It's a beautiful color, but it's definitely not something I could wear on my cheeks. Okay, I'm gonna mix Icy and Slushy together. So this one and the cheeks. They are intense. BH Cosmetics highlighters do not play around. So if you don't like a bold highlight, then you are not gonna like this. And if you don't like a colorful highlight, you are also not gonna like this, or a pink highlight really. I personally really love a pink highlight, so. And I think, no, I'm gonna try them both for the center of my face. It might be a little deep, just like it is with What a Brat, but I don't mind a little extra pinky hue on myself, honestly. Wow. Wow, that is just like, I look like a glowing orb of light. I'm just gonna use this brown liner from Pure. This got sent to us from Pure with the launch of the Raw Beauty Christie palette when we bought that. I think they just sent it out because of how much of a shit show that was. I'm just gonna go in with Blackberry right here on the lower lashes. Whoa. Careful, Vic. Okay, now that that's done, I'm just gonna use this palette for my inner corner highlight. I'm gonna use the lightest shade, which has a pink shift. I see, like it definitely has a white base to it, so I would steer clear from this if you're deeper than I at all. This is too much for me on its own as a highlight, so it's a good like mixing agent, and it's definitely really pretty. Like I love the shift that it has, but yeah, bear that in mind. Just gonna blend that all over. You guys know I love a blown out moment. To add a little Clionadh magic moment, I'm gonna add a little bit of this guy right here because I don't know the name off the top of my head. Just like the tiniest hair, like right here and up to my brow. Just so I can have that extra. This might be kind of fun with red. Oh, and this is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in Pioneer. I'm gonna add a little bit of this lip liner from ColourPop. This is the I Love Sarah E collaboration. What's this one? This one's Mamacita. So it's a purple. But I think this will go really, really well with the red. Like I think it'll be a cool like ombre kind of thing. Blend that in and wipe away the edges. It's really fun. I like that. I like that. Okay, last thing. I'm so sorry. So Rachel earlier, we just got rid of a couple of mascaras, and we picked up this L'Oreal Air Volume 1 a while ago, and we hadn't tested it out yet. Rachel was trying it earlier, and she said it stayed tacky, which leads us to believe it might be an alternative for the Tom Ford Badass Black Mascara that you guys know I love like so dearly with my entire heart. So we're gonna test that out today. I'm gonna use my lash curler, and then I'm gonna use some of the Milk Makeup Lash Primer because I always use a lash primer, and we'll see where this takes us. I like to wait for that to dry a bit. I'm gonna do some faux freckles with my Lottie London Freckle Tint, as per always. I'm like such a faux freckle girl now. I never used to be a faux freckle person, but I just can't live without them anymore. Like, I don't feel like the same person, you know? Like, I want freckles. I don't know why people get so offended by faux freckles, but like, I think they're cute. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the chin ones look like atrocious, but that's fine. We're going with this mascara now. I have high hopes. I'm so excited to try this. You have no idea. Hold on, coffee first. That looks pretty good. Can you even see? Look up. Alrighty, this is everything completed. I haven't worn a red lip in a while. I'm kind of living for it. That mascara was life-changing. I will have to update you guys on that, but so far I think we may have found a dupe, which is the most exciting thing in the world, probably. So that's everything. I will have all the products linked below. Some of them will be affiliated, so you can skip past those if you want. I will mark which ones are affiliated and which ones aren't. But if you do shop through those links, we really do appreciate it. And that's all I have for you today. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, hit the subscribe button if you feel so inclined to, and I hope we will catch you in our next video.